Hi, third grade. In this lesson, we will be making connections across the different poems that we've read this week. For this lesson, you will need your Reader's Writer's Companion book and a pencil. Then, open up to page 178. If you need some time to gather your materials, just press pause and press play again when you're ready to get started.
Text connections. How is the man in the photograph below like the characters in The Winningest Woman of the Iditarod dog sled race, The Brave Ones, and Narcissa? Talk about it. Look at the photograph and read the caption. Discuss what the grandfather and his grandson are doing.
The first thing we have to do is to take a look at this photograph and to read its caption to figure out what is happening. The first thing I notice when I look at this photograph is that there is a lot of plants around. It looks like this is a garden. I also see three people who look like they're working in the garden. I see that they're wearing gloves and they have garden tools in their hands. Let's read that caption. Alex is a gardener. He works in a community garden on the weekends. He loves to take his grandson with him to show him how to grow vegetables and flowers. From the caption, I learned that Alex is a gardener and he brings his grandson to the community garden. So this must be Alex and this must be his grandson. Let's take a look at our next task.
Cite text evidence. Circle details in the photograph that help you understand what each person is doing. Underline evidence in the caption that gives you more information about what is going on.
So we have a couple things to do here. Let's take it one step at a time. The first thing we have to do is to circle details in the photograph that help us to understand what each person is doing. Well, when I first looked at this, what jumped out to me was the work gloves and the gardening tools that they're using. So I'm going to circle these. Go ahead and circle them too. Our next task is to underline evidence in the caption that gives you more information about what is going on. The first sentence tells us who Alex is, but that's not what they are doing. This next sentence says, he works in a community garden. This part of the second sentence tells me what they're doing. They're working at the community garden. So I'm going to underline this part of the sentence. Works in a community garden. The third sentence tells us what they do at that community garden. It says that he loves to take his grandson with him to show him how to grow vegetables and flowers. What does he do? He takes his grandson with him to show him how to grow vegetables and flowers. Underline this entire part of the third sentence. Now that we've cited our text evidence in the photograph and in the caption, now we have to do some writing. It says, the grandfather and the character in the poems are alike because they... Let's finish the sentence. How do you think that the grandfather and the characters in the other poems are alike? Pause the video and take a second to think about it. You can even start writing your own answer. I think that the grandfather and the other characters are alike because they inspire us. Let's write that on the line. Now, I've completed the sentence by giving my answer, but I want to add some more writing to this to support my reasoning. I took a moment to write up my thinking of why I believed the grandfather and other characters are alike. I wrote, the grandfather is teaching his grandson how to garden. Teaching someone a new skill can inspire them to develop new interests. Just like Susan Butcher and the firefighters can inspire people to be strong and brave. You can write the same thing as me, or if you had a different idea, that's fine too. That's our lesson on text connections. Thanks for watching and learning with me today. Bye for now.